Welcome back to Good Morning Sports Fans. You'll see we have Dougie Critchley in the house with us. Dougie, great to see you.
Good morning.
It must mean we've got some European football coming ahead. Look, there is a huge night, some huge matches. No bigger than Liverpool against PSG. Paris, we were talking in the break, weren't we, about how good PSG were over in Paris in the first leg. Liverpool going to be concerned about this one?
I think they should absolutely be concerned on the basis of the first leg. You know, they're only having 2 shots in the entire game, scoring with their only shot on target. It was only the second time in Champions League history that a team has given up 25 shots in a knockout game and won. It really was that one-sided. You know, Ousmane Dembele, we're talking in the break as well, having 8 shots, Kvaratskhelia Kvaratskhelia having 5. Alisson talking about how the fact it was probably the best performance of his career. It was a real smash and grab, and I'd never really seen Liverpool struggle to keep the ball so ineffectively in their own half, struggle to build any sort of pressure whatsoever. And Arne Slot deserves credit for the substitutions he made. Nunez getting the assist, Harvey Elliott obviously grabbing the goal as well. But this was really, really concerning. And given the fact that they started that game against Southampton at home at the weekend so poorly as well before rallying in the second half, there is a real chance that PSG can knock out Liverpool tonight. There is the element of history against them in some ways, though. They've exited the last 16 stage in 5 of the last 8 seasons. Liverpool are aiming to reach their 4th final since 2018. So in terms of recent history in the Champions League, it's chalk and cheese. But in terms of which side are going in the better form with more momentum, it's definitely PSG.
Well, same scoreline for Barcelona. They have a 1-goal advantage against Benfica. Benfica shown enough last week to suggest that they could go to the Nou Camp and cause any kind of upset, do you think?
Potentially. They had the advantage of playing against Barcelona with 10 men after Pau Kubasi was sent off after slightly mistiming a challenge, you know, denying a goal-scoring opportunity, but they can still bring in Ronald Araujo, who was probably their outstanding centre-back until this season when Inigo Martinez and Kubasi have really stepped up. But Wojciech Szczesny, we talk about Alisson having a great performance for Barcelona. He made 8 saves himself. Rafinha having to score an amazing sort of solo effort late on to grab the only goal of that game as well. Barcelona didn't play at the weekend. Unfortunately, one of their team doctors passed away, so they had the weekend off. So they'll be physically rested, but it might have some sort of mental toll on him. I imagine there'll be some honouring of him before this game at Montjuic tonight as well. Benfica haven't really had a brilliant season. Bruno Lage, former Wolves manager, has got them 3 points behind Sporting CP, who are on to their 3rd manager of the season. I probably thought Benfica, you know, would have been ahead at this stage in the Premier League. They also don't have Angel Di Maria available. So I think this will be fairly straightforward. I can see Barcelona going through.
Okay. Fairly straightforward. I think this next game I'm going to talk about with the 2 German giants could be fairly straightforward as well. 3-0 lead for Bayern Munich. Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen got any chance of coming back?
Well, James, I was on here last week saying that I thought they did have a very good chance in this tie, and I got it so spectacularly wrong, and it feels like Xabi Alonso potentially got it wrong with his team selection as well. He didn't start his goalkeeper, Radetzky, he started Kovar. He dropped the ball for the 2nd goal as well. Mukiele then gets sent off. They gave away a penalty. Sort of anything that could have gone wrong for Xabi Alonso did go wrong. But this was his first ever defeat to Bayern Munich in 7 previous meetings. They knocked them out of the DFB Pokal earlier this season, but that was a game where Manuel Neuer was sent off in. Bayern are 8 points ahead of them in the Bundesliga, and this, I think, it's probably done, to be totally honest. Although Leverkusen, you know, if they can still win the DFB Pokal, that's a solid season for them, but it feels like Bayern are going to end up as Bundesliga champions, and then they'll be potentially playing Inter Milan in the next round.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you mentioned Inter Milan there. Yeah, they're 2-0 up on against Feyenoord, expecting them to go through. Dougie, thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
It's always good to chat to you on all things European football.